my bike caught a plastic bag on the headers. I thought I did wash it off. I scraped it off. I went to the car wash, but I can still smell it. So yeah, that shit is still on there. So it just smells like fucking burning plastic, which ain't a great smell and probably not good for my health either. When I was riding home last night, it was just a bunch of smoke around me. I'm like, yeah, this is not great. This is not great for my lungs. But yeah, I'm basically on the border of Cypress Hills and Woodhaven. So to my left is Brooklyn and to my right is Queens. And this is the cemetery right here. So like this whole split between Brooklyn and Queens. It's just land used for cemeteries, like parks and shit. So there's a cemetery right there. That building is kind of dilapidated, but they still use a cemetery. So like if you have a dead relative who wanted to be buried and you live in this area, odds are they're buried here somewhere. And within this, because there's like a bunch of cemeteries, they're all connected. But the train that I'm under right now is actually the J train. I used to date this Dominican chick from over here, and let's just say that was quite an experience. She literally checked all the boxes of the crazed Latina, which was like, it was kind of trippy living out that stereotype in real life. But anyway, I just did a U-turn because I'm gonna take you back into Brooklyn. I remember one time they caught me trespassing in a cemetery. I took my BMX bike into there. This is like the Jewish part. They set off the alarm. I tried to keep going. And I was like, you know what, this is fucked up. Because they're gonna call the cops at some point. Because I was like, that was when I was kind of like a hooligan on my BMX bike. Let me just turn around. I apologized and then I just left. It goes on fucking a long time, man. Like, I'll show you the map. This thing is huge. But I'm gonna follow the J train. I'm gonna take you to Fulton. At some point I wanna take you to what's over there, but I wanna give you a little contrast as to what I wanna show you. Because there's something very specific that I wanna show you up over there. Spicy. Oh, look at that. What a piece of shit. But yeah, man, with this bag on my headers, it's just kind of, if it's gonna smell like this all the time, then I'm kind of motivated to just go ahead and get those arrow headers that I've been, you know, putting off for so long. I just wonder how, like, if I put arrow headers on, I wonder how it's gonna change the sound. Because I know that with the air injection system, because I mean the bike pops as it is with the slip-on, but that's because it has the air injection system. So like you can hear it, but you can't really see it. Like my bike never shoots flames. If I get those headers, it's probably gonna shoot flames along with the sound. How ironic, a cop car parked outside of Dunkin' Donuts. You can see right there that it says, well, behind that tree it says Cypress Hills Community School. There's kind of like a sub neighborhood of East New York. So if you go that way, it's undisputedly East New York. You make that left, you make this right, they call this Cypress Hills, but it's still technically East New York. So it's kind of a weird distinction. So I mean, like, East New York is arguably the worst neighborhood in Brooklyn. So a lot of people, like, when they come and gentrify Cypress Hill, people are gonna jack Cypress Hill. They want to get away from that name, East New York. Because you say you live in East New York, it's like, oh, you know, technically it all is East New York, so it really depends on who you ask. Cypress Hill used to be kind of uppity back in the day. My stepdad, who was Puerto Rican, he'd tell me stories like, basically this side was black, Hispanic, that side was Jewish and Italian. That's not the case anymore, because with this neighborhood, there was like what they call a white flight. As the people of color started to spread out, the white people started to leave. But it's called Cypress Hill for a reason, because it's actually a super steep hill. Like, it's ridiculously steep. And I'm going to show you the contrast, because there's still remnants up there that kind of show you how uppity it was. For one, it was on a hill. That's why I don't really call like this little part after Atlantic Cypress Hill, because it's not even really on a hill yet. My dad was saying that when they was kids, they couldn't go up to this hill because, like I said, it was so split up. And of course, when you got a situation like that, there's going to be racial tensions. And this is a long time ago. You know, this is like early 70s, late 60s. But you got nice houses up here too. So you could see, like, you know, shit like this. This is considered a mansion in New York, because the houses are typically not that wide or that, you know, that big. So shit like that. It's like if you want a mansion in New York, odds are it's gonna be this size, you know, something like that. But yeah, look how steep this hill gets. if you ride your bike down through here and let it engine brake, if your bike is like prone to popping, then it'll just be like pop, 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 pop. So this is Highland Boulevard, and those houses down there that were quote unquote nice, I know some of you guys living in like more open areas or like, what the fuck were those? Well, the houses get even nicer up here. So you got standard houses, you got apartment buildings, then you got real nice houses like this. Like that one across the street. Look at that shit, man. That's a fucking mansion. Nice cars parked outside. Look at that. Looks like an Italian house, like from a villa or something. That. And they got space in the back. You see how much space they got in the back of the house? Fuck, man, I'll just take that. Give me a shack with a big space. Put all my shit. Look at that. Look at that big, what is that, an apse? I took an architecture class. Might have forgot what that's called. Look at that. Gorgeous. Look at these gates, man. And like I said, I know some of y'all are like, what the hell are those? Because the mansion where you're from is like humongous. I can't take my bike up there, take you there on foot. Good thing I can always carry my disc lock. I would not leave this shit here without it. On foot moto vlogs. What is it called? Pedal? Oh God. I was gonna say, what is it, pedal vlogs? Because, you know, I'm on my feet. Yeah. We're not gonna go with pedal vlogs for obvious reasons. Let's take a shortcut. So what I'm taking you to right now is the reservoir, which speaks for itself. It's just a reservoir, but the fun thing about it is that there's like a track around it. So it's a really good place to, you know, just ride your bike around or teach someone how to ride a bike, you know, shit like that, because the ground is really nice. I always wondered, like, what would happen if you went down there? Like, what resides down there? Fucking killer rats. Here we are. So this is all a reservoir. And this is like the best view you can get of it, because everything else is just overgrowth. So this reservoir is actually decommissioned. They don't use it anymore. They stopped using it in like, I think they stopped using it in the 50s because that's when they connected Brooklyn to the rest of the water system. So I guess like the reservoir from like upstate. In the 70s, they turned it into a backup reservoir. And then in the 80s, they just finally decided that, you know what, it's just a historic place now. It's on the registry of historic places because like I said, it's decommissioned, and they had problems with people swimming and drowning and fucking dying in this shit because it's open. I mean, if you're really nuts, you could just jump right in that bitch. I ain't made for that though. I can't even swim. That's how much of a city boy I am. When it was more maintained, it was obviously when water was used, it didn't look like this, right? It didn't look like a marshland literally just, you know, slapped in the middle of Brooklyn. It was actually, you know, clean water, you know, relatively clean. They just kind of let it grow out. So what they did was they basically integrated it into quote unquote Highland Park, which is like this. I mean, technically this is Highland Park too, because they turned it over to the park system. But like there's like another park below that is like, it has like handball courts and baseball diamonds and tennis courts. They just recently put tennis courts in there. It's a popular spot to like grill and just hang out. Like I used to go there all the time. I still go there every now and then, but like when I was a kid, man, you want to go to Highland? Fuck yeah. I just got hit in the head with a nut. Something to do with the reservoir, like a pump station? I don't know. This is a Jackie Robinson, so you can see they got chevrons all over the place. Basically, this is Brooklyn's fake twisties. So you could kind of get a little bit cute, not too cute because they're not that tight. It's a highway. It's oddly windy as a highway. Can imagine what goes on under there. So I'm just making my way back to the bike. I'll get back to you guys when I get there. All right, you ready to do some more exploring? No motorcycles, ATVs, or other motorized vehicles. Darn it. I remember when I was in this park though, right? The first time I ever smoked the marijuana, right? It was all the way back there, like right over there by the baseball cage, and we were just sitting like listening to music, but like specifically we were sharing headphones, which is kind of like you know, whatever. He was like, yo, listen to this song, because he used to make beats and shit, right? He put the headphone in his ear, he put the other one in my ear. I'm like, all right. The fucking cops just pull up, like we're the only ones in the park, like it's not busy like this. We was the only ones sitting back there. So the fucking cops pull up in a van, and they swing around, they park right in front of us. And they're like, what you guys up to? We're like, I'm like, no, nothing, just chilling. He's like, just chilling? I'm like, yeah, we're just chilling. He's like, listening to music, sharing headphones. I'm like, and he's trying to be an asshole by saying that. I'm like, yep. He looks away. He looks back. He's like, you guys ever been arrested? And my friend is nervous, like a dickhead. And this guy is a fucking stoner, and this is my first time smoking ever. And he's like, oh, you guys ever been arrested? He's like, yes. I mean, no. I look at him, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And so the cop is just like, all right, and he just leaves. I was like, what the fuck was that? I was like, what the fuck was that on the side of the cops just pulling up and just talking shit like that, and the side of my friend getting nervous when he smokes weed every day? I was like, I can't with you, man. How you gonna narc on yourself like that? Ooh, Nighthawk 250? I never understood why the Nighthawk had drum brakes in the front and the Rebel had a disc brake in the front, when the Nighthawk is supposed to be a little bit more sporty. Like the Rebel was the cruiser, the Nighthawk was the standard bike. But you actually, maybe you can see that sign up there. Actually, if you can't, I'll just whip my phone out. Yeah, that sign says Brooklyn's in the house. Brooklyn's in the house, because like I said, this is the, I don't know why I'm talking with a lisp right now. This is the border between Brooklyn and Queens. So get to that point on the Jackie, you're in Brooklyn. Now imagine living up here where you can just do whatever the fuck you want. Only thing is, you live on a hill, which comes with all the annoying things that it comes with. Look at these fucking hills, man. This is nuts. Fucking potholes. You can't even see the goddamn ground from here. This is like the ultimate view of the hill right here. I wouldn't want to live in one of these houses, because all you got is the steps. You don't really have the space. All you have is just the fucking opportunity to be tired every day when you're going home. But this is the Highland that I was talking about. This is like the original lower Highland, where they got all the activities and stuff. Basketball courts, handball courts. I used to play, ooh, 12.99, oh, 11.99, never mind. Oh, they're making a new playground too. That's nice. The YMCA over here. See, I think that will about conclude this tour. I'm gonna go grab something to eat, because it's like 9 a.m. right now, and I have not eaten anything yet. I hope you enjoyed that little tour with the little stories interspersed into it. I think I'm gonna keep working my way west. So like, we started in like East New York, then we went kind of Queens, then we worked our way west, and now we're kind of like the upper half of East New York. At least that way I can stay organized, and I'll know I'm not actually forgetting anything, you know. So yeah, you just watched the Illustrator, coming to you from the great city of Brooklyn with its marshlands and mansions. We got a little bit of slice of everything out here. I'll see you guys on the next one.